I'm Ken Sanderson, and currently I'm the executive director of Teach for Canada. And so we work with a lot of remote communities, specifically First Nation communities, and just trying to help them to find teachers and to support them in retaining those teachers. So the direct tie-in right now to broadband is just, and the educational component is so badly needing quality connectivity.
Mm-hmm.
And before Teach for Canada, I was the executive director of Broadband Communications North, which was tasked with actually delivering connectivity to communities. For starters, we just finished having a massive nationwide outage with Rogers, which a network provider having an outage normally wouldn't be national news. However, because the way that our governments have been so foolishly, I would say, willing to create monopolies like this is the effect. That outage didn't just affect a few customers, it affected our ability to reach 911. It affected our ability to do banking. It affected our ability to even use debit machines. Like it even affected certain stores and vendors from being able to even function and operate. Like it almost shut down society, right? That's the problem with creating a monopoly, right? And a lot of these big monopolies don't really care. So it's like, I think really, if we want to see a digital future where there is more equity in the connectivity brought to different communities, I think we need to start looking at nationalizing entities like this. It's not a luxury. This is now a necessity. It's essential for democracy, for commerce, for education, for art, for everything. Never give up on the push and the advocacy for community owned or community led initiatives. The farther you pull this kind of service and technology away from the community it serves, the easier it is to run away from what it was meant to be. The easier it is for it to become privatized and controlled by only a handful of people. I really think that this type of a technology, a service, it needs to be democratized, and the power and the direction for this really needs to be firmly and completely in the hands of the community at large. Not even in the hands of just a small elected number of officials. I'm talking, it's got to be community at large. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we just went through a problem in Manitoba politically where collectively the population owns Manitoba Hydro. And that means we collectively as citizens own the infrastructure. Well, part of that infrastructure was an extensive fiber network. We've had a government elected into power that chose not to listen to the people and effectively gave away our asset, our fiber network, to a private individual. Like that can happen, you know? And if I'm speaking to future me and future all of us, we can't let that happen. You know, that's not right. And it's just, that's how you end up with these monopolies that paralyze the country when something goes wrong. I think when we look at big societal challenges and problem solving, like the discussion of connectivity, I just wish there was more people that their first response would be, we need a nonprofit to do that. Right now, it seems like too many people's first response is either government or, oh, what big private company is going to save us, right? And that's one kind of thinking that I wish we could change right across society, is that people need to understand the power that sits behind nonprofits, and not just the power, but the accountability. By its very structure and nature, it's there for the benefit of all. That right there is a no-brainer to me. Why wouldn't that be the vehicle with which we use to lead this charge, right? So that's what I would, I think, say.